Morning, y'all. I almost forgot to do this with my good microphone. Welcome to lesson 12. We are going to be subtracting today. Um, so let's just get right into it. S- but before actually I do, I guess, let's talk about the week. We have tomorrow, Wednesday, with distance learning. I'm going to be doing a combined lesson. It's going to be lesson um, 14, 15, or yeah, 14, 15. We're skipping 13. And then Thursday and Friday, when you're in person, you'll be doing the end of the module assessment, and then we'll be moving on to multiplying and dividing by fractions for the rest of the marking period. And then in 2 weeks, we get you all back 4 days a week. And distance learners, you're going to continue to distance learn. But hopefully we'll have around 14, 15 students in the classroom each and every day, which will be fun and exciting. And it's going to be nice to have that energy back in the classroom. Although there has been some benefits to having these small class sizes. So let's go ahead and think about subtracting fractions. And you guys have been doing a good job of finding common units. Today, our fractions are going to be much larger. They're going to be greater than 1 for sure. So let's go ahead and get started with, let's try this expression. Let's go ahead and do 1 3/4. I don't know why my stylus isn't working near the top of my screen. Minus, it jumps, 6/7. So 1 3/4 minus 6/7. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure, well, there's multiple methods. But we could take it from the whole and then add it back to the part, or we can just rename. I'll do it both ways for us. So, oh my goodness, I'm really getting frustrated with the stylus. I think I might have to change a tip. Maybe that's what it is. So, method 1, we know 1 whole. Sorry, 1 whole is how many sevenths. So right now I'm just looking at this minus 6/7. I know that 1 is not all that we're working with. We're working with 1 3/4, but I know that 1 is 7/7. So if I just subtract 6/7, I'm left with 1/7. Now, what would we have to do? So if I took 1 minus 6/7, I know that's going to be 1/7 because I know 1 whole is 7/7 in that unit. So if that's the case, how do I solve this question? What do I do with the 3/4? Well, we have to actually add it back to the part that's left over from the 1 whole minus 6/7. So we're actually going to be taking 3/4 and adding it back to the 1/7 because we didn't touch the 3/4 yet. So now we still have to think about common units: 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Yeah, it is going to be where you multiply them together. So I'm going to over here on the left-hand side show my conversion. Whoops, my screen went away. I don't think you saw that though. 3 times, we're going to make that 28. So 4 times 7 was 28. 3 times 7 is 21. And then 1/7 to become 28, we're multiplying by 4. So we're really showing it like that. Let me scroll down and rewrite my sentence. So that's 21 28 plus 4 28. And that's going to give us 25 28, right? Great. So that's the way where we subtract it from the whole. But what is there a different way? Yeah, I said there's a different way. And that's when we take the 1 3/4 and we convert that into an improper fraction, or a fraction greater than a whole. Wow, my stylus is really frustrating me. So, well, we know that 1 whole is 4/4. And if we add that back to 3/4, we know that it's 7/4 minus 6/7. But now we need to create common units. Well, we already know that we want 28 because we already figured that out on the other side. But how many 28s is 7/4? Well, it was 4 times 7 gave us 28. So 7 times 7 is going to be 49. And then 6/7. We know we want it to be 28, but we multiplied that by 4. So that's going to be 24, 28. And now we're going to be subtracting 49 28 minus 24 28. Well, I don't know about you. I'm going to change my color because I'm going to just stack those and make sure I get that accurate. 5 in the ones place, 2 in the tens. So our answer should be 25, but we remember we don't change the unit when we're subtracting. So it's 25 28. And that's exactly what we got over here. So our answers match up. So whatever path that you prefer, please take that path. You might want to try both, switch back and forth, see which one actually feels best for your brain. Let's do one more before we actually go into the problem sets. Whoops. There we go. All right, so let's try 4.5 minus 3 2/3. 4.5 minus 3 2/3. Now, we can convert these into improper fractions and work from there, or we can try to deal with the wholes first. So for this one, let's go ahead and deal with the wholes first, and then we'll shift into the other method. So let's try two different methods. And on the left-hand side, let's subtract the wholes. So we got 4 minus 3. Let's do that first. What's 4 minus 3? Well, that's 1. So 1. And then let's rewrite the rest of the fractions with it. 1 1/2 minus 2/3. So now we've simplified this fraction subtraction sentence by already dealing with the wholes because they were easy to work with right away. Now we can take again from the whole because we know that 1 subtracted by 2/3, well, 1 whole is 3/3, so that should equal 1/3. So really we need to take, so if I took that out and I subtracted that, I'm going to show that that's equal to 1/3. Now, what do I do with this 1/2? Well, we have to add it back together. So 1/2 plus 1/3. And now we need to make common units. Well, 2, 4, 6, yeah, it's going to be 6s. So 1/2 turned into 6s. Well, that's going to be 3 6. 1/3 turned into 6s. There's going to be 2 6. So let's show what that looks like. Rewriting it, 3 6 plus 2 6. Well, 3 plus 2 is always 5. And then we keep the unit. Okay, great job. Now, let's see if we can create the same answer using a different method. Now, in the different method, we're going to create improper fractions to help us solve. But first, we want to make sure that we subtract that whole first, like 4 minus 3. Let's get to that 1 1/2 minus 2/3. Because that first step, 4 minus 3, that should be just done first. Then it simplifies everything a little bit and makes it a little bit easier to manage. But now we get to that same spot. Now we can create an improper fraction. We know that 2 or 1 whole in terms of halves is 2 halves. And we're adding 1/2 back to that. So we really know that, 1 1/2 is 3 halves minus 2/3. But now we got to think about converting to a common unit. And we already know that the common unit is 6 because we worked on it on the other side. So if we turn these into 6s, whoops, this wasn't supposed to, I already turned that one into a 6, sorry. 3 halves and 2/3. We know that it's going to become a 6. So 3 times 3 is 9. And then 2 times 2 is 4. So we're really working 9 minus 4. But let's rewrite the sentence. 9 6 minus 4 6. Let me draw a little line over here. 9 6 minus 4 6. Well, 9 minus 4 is always going to be 5. And 6 minus 6 is always going to stay the same unit. And that, 5 6 5 6. Again, I don't care which method you use because I want you to pick a method that works well for you and that you feel comfortable with. But I need to see all the work so I can figure out what method you're choosing to use. and how you're working through the problems. In case or when that you make a mistake, that I can help you figure out exactly the clunk that you're having. So let me pause the share real quick and let me open up our um, problem set. All right, we got a problem set. Let's get our name on it. And I would just like us 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like there's 6 problems on the front. Let's see what the back looks like. 7, 8. Yeah, let's just do the front page today. And let's see. Do you want me to do them with you? I'm running out of time this morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to post the answers, but I want to see the work. So I'm not going to show my work on the problem set today, so I apologize for that. But please check your work, and if you have any mistakes, let me know so that I can help you. Okay? All right, so I'm going to pause and get the answers on these. All right, please check your answers, and if you have any wrong, let me know, and or try to rework them, I should say. And then if you can't figure it out, let me know. One way to help yourself is look at the common units and see if that helps you figure out what you should be converting those fractions to start working on. And please get a hold of me if you need any support from me today. We also have tomorrow that you and I could connect via Zoom to help make sure that this feels comfortable and that you're confident in your skills. All right, guys, real proud of you. Keep up the good work. Let me know if you need any help. Have a good day today.